Hey guys, and welcome to the Parabros. Today we're going to be doing a video on removing an Audi TT Mark 1 rear light. Now this is the same, it applies to both sides, it's exactly the same process. And basically it's held on by these little brackets here, little screws, which have like a cog on the end so it makes it easier to undo. It's also got an Allen key in there if it's a little bit tight, just so you can crack it off. Now this is all done through the little flap door that you have just on the inside here. If you put your hand through, you will feel, and I believe, yeah, there's one at the top. We'll get them all undone and then I'll show you it from the other side. We'll also need to undo the plug because it is a little bit fiddly. Now, the rear light is loose. There's two, one at the top, one at the bottom. And it's held in just on the outside edge here. So you have to be a little bit careful because you don't want to damage it. So what I find the best way of doing this is get your hand at the back and push, and then get your fingers against this side edge here, so you're pulling evenly towards you, because what you don't want to do is twist it one way and then it gets damaged. Now I'll pull this out. It's actually unplugged already because when I pulled it, obviously it wasn't plugged in properly. But basically you have this plug here which has two wings. I'll give you a close-up because it's going to be a lot easier to see. Put that light somewhere safe. We'll do the other side because that was far too easy for a YouTube tutorial. But basically it has this plug here, which if I put my hand behind it, you can see it has two wings, one on either end here. And what you're going to need to do is get a little screwdriver, which I did have ready. Or a big screwdriver, one of the two. And basically you're going to be coming in from the side here, and you're just going to want to put that in there with a little one, and all you're doing is just pushing it in there and spreading it a little bit, which then just takes the little tab out of there. And once you've done that to one side, normally you can pull on it a little bit, get a little screwdriver the other, pop it, and it will just pull straight out. So that is removing the rear light. Now on the rear, this ball here, let me zoom you out a bit. So this ball here sits in this white socket there, so that's what I was pulling against because I don't want to damage the light. And then there's your two screws where we've undone them, one at the top, one at the bottom, and that is literally it. So when you're putting it back in again, maybe you wanted to take that out to change the lamps because one of your lamps is out or something. When you're putting it back in, if it will reach, plug it in first. If it won't, do that afterwards. And basically you're going to want a torch on the inside here, and you're basically going to want to guide that ball into that socket, and usually it just takes a little bit of a little push in, then you'll feel it go, and then you just get it all lined up nice. This little bracket here on this one for some reason is causing me more ag than it's worth, and this just lifts up, get out of the way. Something is stopping that, which is interesting. It's not seated back properly. So let me move you out of the way a little bit and you'll see what I mean. See, if you give it a push, usually what's not seated, maybe the rubber's come off a little bit. Another good thing to do is give it a little bit of a clean, because these can get a bit mucky, and obviously you don't want it to be leaking water in, because that's where the water gets down. So get your ball in, give it a click, and then that should line up nice. There we go. And then once you do that, that'll then do up nice. Make sure everything's clear on the inside, which it is. Yep, and then that will do up there. And then that'll do up nice, and that is in. We'll do the other side because this one was far too easy to get out. So I'll just remove this because I'm not going to have it screwed in and it's staying out. So I'll put that somewhere safe. We'll come to the other side, which I haven't touched yet. So again, lean in. Oh yeah, this one's nice and tight. top one, bottom one, and then hand in the middle and push whilst getting this edge, and there you go. See, this one's still connected in. I'll get a smaller screwdriver. So get a small flat blade, and if you can, if the loom's big enough, which it is, while holding onto the light, because you don't want to drop it, put your screwdriver in there, twist it up, and the plug will pull forward a little bit. Hold it, do the other one, and then you can pull it back, and then the light lifts away. And there you have it. Now, the reason you might be changing them is because this has gone cloudy. This one's actually really nice, so I'm probably going to keep that for mine. Same on the other side. Again, quite a nice condition. So that is how to remove your rear lights. Obviously, fitting is exactly the same in reverse. That's where your ball goes, and these are your 2 screws, just so you can see. There you go, and that's where your 2 screws are. Now, it has a bit of a locating shoulder, so you can't really put it anywhere wrong. And these clips have 2 lines on the top, so you can't get them the wrong way around either. If this is a bit of a pain in the bum, you can, just while it's off, just put your fingers under it and lift it up, because it's only got 2 little tabs which just sit in here, front and back, and that'll lift in, and then when you're finished you can just push it back in, make sure it lines up, and that's it. So not that hard a job. Quite a nice little simple one. You'll be getting used to this if you have a TT, because you're going to need to at some point change your bulbs because they don't last forever. But yeah, that's just a quick how-to on how to remove and refit the rear lights. Thanks for watching, guys. That's another video from the Parrot Pros. Bye for now.